Hello, hello, Melanie here, coming at you today with another edition of Off the Mat. And today I am filming this from my co-working space, so that's why the background looks a little different. Had a bit more time today in the schedule, so I decided why not hop on, chat with you guys about how to build your healthy girl summer. Now, I'm filming this in May of 2026, which means we are knee deep in spring, and let me tell you, I'm enjoying and making the most out of it. I just got back from my Women's Wellness Weekend in Westchester, Pennsylvania, and we had such a wonderful, magical time. Enjoying botanical gardens, taking a flower bouquet making class. We had a Kentucky Derby themed sparkling wine and champagne tasting session. And it was just a wonderful time to just take a break from the normal everyday routine and just savor the fact that we're finally in spring and leading towards summer. I don't know about you, but winter in the DC area was rough. We had this little phenomenon called snowcrete that honestly felt like COVID part 2. We were trapped indoors because there was so much snow and ice outside that we really couldn't go anywhere, and it took many, many days and weeks for it to clear up and move on. Besides the snowcrete, just the temperatures and just seasonal depression of winter, it was a lot. So for me personally, one thing that I'm going to be doing this summer is making sure that I am not only making the most of it, but spending as much time as I possibly can outside. My goal for the summer is to be outside. One way to do that is to embody what I like to call a healthy girl summer. So I'm taking and channeling that energy of Megan Thee Stallion's hot girl summer and adding my wellness twist. So what exactly does that look like? Well, basically it's everything that I've been talking about in all of my off the mat videos, taking that 360-degree approach of physical health, mental health, emotional health, and spiritual health, adding that wellness twist to hot girl summer and making it to healthy girl summer. So let's take a little bit of a deeper dive into what that may look like for me and you. The first thing we want to do is pick short, simple, and manageable goals. So 1 to 3 areas that we want to focus on and take bite-sized steps to get to where you want to be. So for example, if you want to start cooking more at home, rather than focusing on 3 meals a day, 7 days a week, 52 weeks out of the year, why not choose 1 meal 3 days a week? So for example, I think my favorite meal is breakfast. So if I were focusing on trying to cook more at home, I would focus on making an at-home breakfast Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Give a little bit more leniency on Tuesday, Thursday. And once I get into the habit of Monday, Wednesday, Friday, then I can start incorporating Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. So start with the bite-sized chunks, 1 meal, couple days a week. As you get into the habit and enjoying more of the breakfast that you eat at home, you'll find that you'll naturally start to incorporate the other days of the week. Pretty soon you won't even be thinking about it because it's going to just be a part of your routine. The next step would be to evaluate, how do you want to feel? Why are you doing this in the first place? We want to have our transition from point A to point B, but at the end of the day, a lot of the times we're doing something or we want to make these changes because we want to feel or embody something different. So do we want to feel stronger? Do we want to feel sexier? Do we want to feel more secure in our finances? Do we want to enjoy having a thriving social connection? What's the reason behind why you want to make the decisions? For me personally, me wanting to be outside all summer, really it's about feeling the vitamin D. After being trapped indoors because of the snowcrete this summer, I want no part to that. And 2, just making the most of my social connections and just finding the bonds when I'm interacting with other people. That's the driving force behind some of the changes that I'm making. So what's the driving force behind some of the changes that you're making? I firmly believe that how we feel really guides most of our decisions. So yes, we want to have, a physical change, our bank account be in the same place, have a stronger spiritual connection. Once you determine the why behind how you want to feel, you'll be able to have a little bit more direction in regards to your decision making and the momentum and ultimately that routine so you can enjoy your healthy girl summer. The next step after evaluating your goals and how you want to feel would be to incorporate movement into your routine. Movement makes such a difference. And what I've found personally over the last year or so, especially being in my mid-40s, is that it's the combination of different types of movements and different types of workouts and breathing exercises that makes all the difference in the world. So for Healthy Girl Summer, you really want to have the combination of strength training, stretch and flow workouts, and cardio. And you're just in luck because I have all of that right here on the Moves with Melanie YouTube channel. Well, ideally you want to do 30 minutes at least of strength training 2 to 3 days a week. On the non-strength training days, that's when you do your cardio workouts. And then at the end of each workout, or even on days that may be considered an active recovery day, doing your stretching, your breathing, your yoga. The last area that I'll touch on is how to adapt when life gets busy, because as much as we hate to admit it, the summer months fly by between concerts and travel and conferences and family reunions. You know, the 10, 12 weeks that we have of summer, they go by like that. So you don't want to take all this time now building your healthy routine just to blow out the window when you go to the beach with your family in July. So what can we do to adapt our routine and bring it on the road with us? So wake up a little bit earlier, read your book, journal, drink your tea, do whatever you need to do that's for you. Start your day off with that. The next thing you can do would be trying out local fitness studios while you're on vacation. That's one thing that I absolutely love to do. So I personally love seeking out yoga studios, indoor cycling studios, bar studios, and for the virtual workouts that I personally do, I do them while I'm on vacation. So carving out, 15, 20 minutes to get an ab sequence in, some squats in, do something just so I can have that connection and again, that routine with me while I'm on vacation. So at the end of the day, a healthy girl summer is really about helping us make the most out of summer and have as much fun and enjoyment as we possibly can. Keep in mind, what works for you may look different from what works for someone else, and that's okay. And that's the beauty of this entire process, is that you get to be creative as you put it together and adapt and adjust as you move along. Looking for guidance to help you get started on your healthy girl summer routine, or helping you fine tune or make a little bit of tweaks to the routine that you already have, I would love to work with you as a part of my Wellness Reboot health coaching program. It's one-on-one, personalized guidance, accountability, and support without any pressure or the need for perfection. You can learn more by visiting my website, mymoveswithmelanie.com, and go ahead and schedule your complimentary consultation so we can chat a little bit more and get to know one another. As always, thank you so much for watching Off the Mat. I will be back with more health and wellness tips very soon. Bye.